All right, let's jump right in. Today we're talking about a piece of AI tech that's going after a huge, and I mean huge, problem in online fashion. It's called Jko.ai, and it's basically on a mission to completely get rid of that awful feeling when you say, it didn't fit.
But to really appreciate why this is such a big deal, you first have to wrap your head around the problem it's solving. So what do you think? What is the single biggest profit killer for pretty much every online clothing brand out there?
Now here's the thing. It's not just some line item on a spreadsheet. It's something we've all felt. That sinking feeling when you open the package you've been excited for and, yeah, you realize it's got to go back. We are, of course, talking about returns.
Okay, get ready for this number because it's a big one. For online fashion, the average return rate is somewhere between 30 and 40%. Let that sink in for a second. That means for every 10 things a brand sells, 3 or even 4 of them are coming right back. That's not just a hassle, it's a full-blown financial crisis hiding in plain sight.
Okay, let's put a price tag on this crisis. Because we're not just talking about the lost sale. Oh no, it's way worse than that. It's this whole domino effect of hidden costs that just, poof, eats away at profits.
So every year in the US alone, fashion returns add up to a mind-blowing $38 billion in lost value. And that's just the value of the clothes. That number doesn't even include the cost to actually ship it back, inspect it, restock it. You get the picture.
Okay, that's a huge number. So let's zoom in and make it real for a single brand. Let's say you have a company doing $1 million a year in sales. A 30% return rate? That's $300,000 in merch coming back. But the real gut punch is the processing cost, all that shipping and handling. That adds up to a direct profit loss of around $120,000 a year. That's money that could have been new hires or marketing or R&D just gone. So you've got this massive six-figure hole in your profits. You need a solution that stops the problem before it even starts, before the customer even clicks that buy button. And that is where Jko comes in.
So here's how it works. And honestly, it's genius in its simplicity. It all happens right inside Instagram DMs. A customer sees something they like, they send a selfie to the brand. In less than 20 seconds, 20 seconds, Jko's AI sends back a photorealistic picture of them wearing the item. And bam, right there in the chat, they can buy it knowing it's gonna look good. It takes them from, ooh, I like that, to it's mine in a flash.
So how does all this magic actually happen? Well, Jko isn't just a one-trick pony. It's a whole platform built on 4 core powers that all work together. Let's break them down one by one. All right, power number 1. This is the big one, the real wow factor, the AI virtual try-on. And here's the coolest part for the brands. They don't need any fancy, expensive 3D models of their clothes. Jko's AI uses the regular 2D product photos they already have and just digitally drapes them onto the customer's body from that one selfie. It's pretty amazing. And the impact here is massive, and it hits both sides of the coin. First, it attacks the number one reason for returns, bad fit, and cuts those by about 35%. But then, on the other side, it boosts the customer's confidence to actually buy the thing by 60%. Because, they're not just guessing anymore, they're actually seeing what it will look like. Okay, power number 2. This is the engine that makes the whole thing run smoothly at scale. 24/7 DM automation. And this isn't just your basic chatbot, okay? Think of it like a super smart AI concierge that lives in your Instagram DMs. It can handle thousands of conversations at once, answer questions, and walk people through the whole try-on process, all while sounding exactly like the brand. So what does that actually mean for a business? Well, for starters, it saves a ton of time. We're talking 15 to 20 hours of manual customer support every week, just gone. But even bigger than that, it means you never miss a sale. That person messaging you at 11 p.m. on a Saturday, they don't have to wait till Monday morning for a reply. They get help right then and there, and that often leads directly to a sale you would have otherwise lost. All right, power number 3. Now this is what makes business owners' eyes light up. It's full Shopify attribution. What does that mean? It means it connects all the dots. It tracks a customer's entire journey from the moment they see an Instagram post to the DM they send, the clothes they try on, and all the way to the final sale. And this is a total game changer. Seriously. For the first time, brands can finally stop guessing which of their Instagram posts are just getting likes and which ones are actually making them money. This kind of data lets them optimize their ad spend by 40, even 60%, because they can just double down on what works. That kind of clarity, it's priceless.
And that brings us to the fourth and final power, which is a massive headache reducer for any brand's content team. Jko can generate professional, e-commerce quality product photos without a camera. Yeah, you heard me right. And it can create them in a bunch of different styles, from that clean, white background look to a more high-end, luxury lifestyle vibe.
The numbers on this are just wild. A traditional photo shoot can cost you anywhere from $50 to $200 per photo. Jko does it for about 30 cents. That's like an 80% cost reduction. It means a brand can create all the photo content they need for a whole month in just a few minutes, instead of spending weeks planning and shooting. So, when you lay it all out side by side, the difference is just night and day. On one side, you've got the old way, juggling 4 different tools, paying more, and having all your data scattered and messy. And on the other, you have the Jobs way. One single platform that does it all for less money, and this is the key, gives you that unified data so you actually know what's going on.
Look, all these features are super cool, right? But at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing, the bottom line. So let's talk about the return on investment, because this is where things get really, really interesting. Let's go back to our $1 million brand for a second. That first bar, that's them before Jko, losing $120,000 a year just handling returns. Now look at that second bar. That's after Jko. With that 35% reduction in returns, their costs plummet to $78,000. That's a direct savings of $42,000 a year, put right back in their pocket.
And this isn't some made-up number. The data from real brands using this right now is pretty clear. Most of them are seeing a 15 to 50 times return on their investment, usually within the first 6 months. I mean, this is a tool that pays for itself over and over and over again.
But what about our $1 million brand? Well, for them, if they're just on the starter plan, the potential ROI is a staggering 71 times their investment. 71! It's just a perfect example of how the right AI, aimed at the right problem, can have a completely insane financial impact.
So, when you take a step back and look at the whole thing, it's clear Jko isn't just about cutting down returns. It's really a peek into the future of e-commerce. You know, a smarter, more personal, more confident way for all of us to shop online.
And really, that leaves us with one last big question. The technology is already here. It's working. It's giving early adopters a massive, massive advantage. So the only question left for every brand out there is, are you going to lead the change, or are you going to be left watching from the sidelines trying to catch up?